Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. It's Valentine, February 15th this morning. I'm just chilling behind the Target shopping center. I didn't put that cart there, somebody else did, but I just wanted to make a quick video. Let people know who are, trying to get by on the streets, homeless. This is a spot, this bush and everything, I don't know if you can see it on the phone or not. This is a spot that someone else stayed at, obviously, because the cart's there and somebody else's shirt is there and stuff like that. But just pay attention to the weather on the shirt, like if the leaves are stuck there, and then they had food scraps over there, but if there's expiration dates, maybe we're checking out the expiration date on there to see if somebody has recently been here or not. I can tell just from this other stuff around here that whoever it was here is long gone, been here like 6 months ago. But it's a decent spot behind the shopping center. In the summertime, I prefer shopping centers because the mosquitoes and the bugs and stuff like that don't get to you because they spray the front of the shopping center where people shop at for bugs, to keep the bugs away from the shoppers. So they usually spray the whole property because of that. In the wintertime, I have my sleeping bag and my bucket and everything in there to sit on. There's a couple outlets and power and Wi-Fi right over there on the other side of this bush, for the shopping center side. So I have power and Wi-Fi. Lately it's been 44 or 50 degrees at night, depending, sometimes it gets down to like 35. That's why I have a sleeping bag. Otherwise I'd just be on a piece of cardboard like this and do what's called the cardboard blanket kind of life, where if it was like 65 degrees at night, where it might get a little bit chilly but not much, you just have a couple layers on your coat, then you have a layer of cardboard below you, then you get like 3 or 4 boxes of 6-foot long boxes like this one is, to put on top of you so there's enough weight pushing down on you that the cold air will stay out, and it's called a cardboard blanket. The ability to do that is you just go from the cardboard only recycling dumpsters, which are usually clean because they just have cardboard in them, take those layers of cardboard out, use it for that night, put all the cardboard back in the morning in the dumpster, and then move on if you're traveling, homeless guy, versus your local guys that just stay there all the time. It keeps you from having to pack that sleeping bag and everything else if you're trying to be really minimalist. My phone doesn't have much memory on this cheap old phone, so this video's going to cut out again, I don't know. But I wanted to say I'm a week away from February 20th, which is my court date. We'll see what happens from there. I so far haven't heard anything else left on the court deal here in Avondale. Either the charge will get dropped, or eventually I'll go to trial and end up having to spend a month or 2 in jail, or however it goes for the system to get their money as it goes. I got to thinking about it, as far as it goes, in terms of being here in Arizona, that's one of the better places that I could, if I had a problem with the system, it's a better place to be at, because I can, wait it out on the streets in better temperature than being someplace in like Whitefish, Montana, where it'd be cold and I'd have to be in a shelter trying to really work my ass off for a job, etc. Some people have complained that I don't get a job, whatever, but expediting kind of spoiled me in the fact that you can make double the money that you can in a normal 9-to-5 day in half the time. So ever since I've been expediting, that's not really worth the effort for me to put in for a real job. Just do spot jobs every now and then to have an income for the week for food and stuff, and live this relatively free life. I got this little teeny tiny day pack, $8 at Walmart in the camping section. Bought a little cheap old day pack, that way if I leave it out anywhere or whatever, I'm not out anything if somebody were to steal it. It has just my extra coat and my extra clothes and stuff in there. And I have the bucket and my sleeping bag in there, and I just put the sleeping bag in the bucket. I have the bucket so I can sit, when I go hitchhiking after this. Hopefully when I get all done, I'm going to hitch back east, depending after this system gets over trying to get money from me. After that all happens, I'm going to hitch back east in time for expediting. But the thing is, all of the month of February, March, and April are kind of colder months anyway, so I'm kind of stuck down south probably until May, when I could go out expediting, because the only other way to do it would be to fly to somewhere like Toledo or Detroit or wherever the company is, and get right into the van the next day. And the odds of being able to hook that up with the right fleet owner, the right company, and etc., are kind of slim and nil. But I did get my tax return, and if I don't have to spend the tax return on Avondale, the city of Avondale's fee, then I'm gonna spend it on the DOT card and buy a UPS box in Rapid City at my same address that's on my ID already. That way I can redo my ID because my South Dakota driver's license is coming due this end of this year. So I'm figuring buying the year worth of mail because I need somewhere to send my mail anyway. It can just sit there, snail mail pretty much. But then I'll have, the time it takes to have some mail before, probably about May or June, is about 180 days before the driver's license is going to expire. You can renew it. So I'm planning on getting my South Dakota driver's license again, but I need those two things, obviously, a South Dakota driver's license and a DOT and an address to send all my stuff to before it can go expedited. Yes, I could do that all here in Arizona, technically, but it's just easier if I present the DMV in South Dakota with the same South Dakota driver's license with the same address as the address that I'm trying to get again for the next 5 years. They won't question it as much. When you go in there, you just switch home 2 proofs of mail and the same address, and you don't change your actual address, nothing, to just swing it right through. For the next 5 years for South Dakota driver's license, so I'll be good to go for that. And I'm going to grab my DOT card and then probably fly to Chicago sometime there. Or look into expediting through Toledo or Detroit type of area. Maybe Cleveland. I'm not sure yet. Not looking forward to it because of the white snow on the ground and having to, currently be on the streets till I can figure something out. So I was just thinking about it. And then I thought I'd leave a update video that I'm still alive, still going, still waiting on Avondale. But like I say, I have these 3 months worth, February, March, and April. Kind of got to get through the cold weather anyway, so I got some time to kill here, whether or not I end up going to jail or not, or this stupid thing. I don't see how I willingly lied. I told them what I did and did not see. So we'll see what they do. Peace.